Okay, at the top of the news. This first story, I am going to paraphrase. I'm going to just give the details. So let's just jump into it. Another gringo was found expired in his apartment in the center of Medellín. He had been missing for 15 days. This brings the total of deceased non-migrant foreigners to 13 so far in 2024. Just a portion of his name has been released. Therefore, I am assuming the family has not been notified yet. Therefore, I won't say it here. But he is 75 years old. It has not been possible to establish what the cause of this loss is. On to Cartagena. They capture one of the most wanted for the loss of life of the American tourist Gregory Stewart Owens. The authorities provided details of the capture of alias Jerry, the alleged co-author of the homicide of Gregory Stewart Owens in October 2023. The Metropolitan Police of Cartagena in the last few hours reported on the capture of Jerry Rosero Prasca, alias Jerry, for his alleged co-authorship in the homicide and robbery of the American citizen Gregory Stewart Owens in the Marbella neighborhood on the 19th of October in 2023. According to the authorities, Rosero Prasca, captured by police from the Criminal Investigation Section in the Chinquenquera neighborhood east of the city, was wanted for crimes of aggravated homicide, aggravated robbery, and illegal possession of firearms by the First Municipal Criminal Mobile Court with BACRIM guarantee control functions. It should be remembered that for this homicide and theft, alias Chatara, David Jr., and El Cabe and Kevin were also captured in November 2023, who were protected and detention measures depriving them of their liberty. Likewise, it is worth noting that alias Jerry was part of the cartel of those most wanted by the authorities in Cartagena. Okay, back to the Abur Valley. The seductress of foreigners was captured in Medellín. The woman was wanted in 190 countries. The beautiful woman has no complaints in Colombia. The police captured Angie Paola Parra, alias La Pretty, at the Jose Maria Cordova Airport in Rio Negro, allegedly responsible for committing million-dollar thefts of foreign citizens. This woman was wanted in more than 190 countries with an Interpol circular and is accused of stealing $23,000 in virtual assets and 3,200 reais from a Brazilian citizen, said the commander of the Antioquia Police, Colonel Carlos Andres Martinez. The officer stated that this woman gave her victim a sleeping substance so that she could steal his money. This person was detained when she intended to travel to the Dominican Republic, apparently to follow up on possible victims through digital platforms. This woman had no accusations from the justice system in our country, so Colonel Martinez invited the community to file the respective reports of robberies and thefts that she had committed. The 25-year-old citizen has been made available to the Directorate of the International Affairs and the Attorney General's office to continue with the corresponding actions. Okay, now on to Bogotá. Have you seen her? This is the most wanted woman in Bogotá for robbing men using scopolamine. This woman is accused of stealing money, credit cards, vehicles, among other belongings, from men in the country's capital. The Bogotá Metropolitan Police and the other district authorities continue to hunt down criminals in the country's capital to restore peace of mind to citizens. That is why in recent days, the posters of the most wanted women in the city were revealed. The objective of the authorities is to obtain information in a confidential manner to identify and find the whereabouts of each of the criminals. Precisely one of the most wanted people in the city is a woman who is accused of being responsible for multiple robberies of men with scopolamine. She is accused of using scopolamine to rob her victims. According to the authorities, this woman is responsible for stealing money, credit cards, vehicles, among other belongings from men in the country's capital. For anyone who has information about this woman, you can call 305-817-7868. The authorities guarantee absolute confidentiality. Recently, the police revealed the image of the most wanted criminals in the country's capital for stealing with scopolamine, which is mostly made up of women. Thanks to the lines of the operational action defined to counteract the different criminal phenomena in the city, the authorities managed to identify and prioritize 5 localities: Chapanero, Kennedy, Suba, Tesacuyo, and Ingativa, since these areas have a greater influx of people who hang out in establishments, nightlife, and sale of alcoholic beverages. According to the investigative activities, it was possible to demonstrate the fundamental role played by the women who make up these structures, who through social networks, Facebook and Tinder, contact their victims, selecting mostly men of foreign nationality, gaining their trust, and subsequently supplying them with substances such as benzodiazepine and clonazepam in their drinks to leave them in a state of defenselessness and to be able to steal their belongings. During the year of 2023, there were 2,018 cases of theft through the use of toxic substances, with Chapinero the one with the highest number of complaints for this scourge, with 18% of the total of these cases. Likewise, the majority of the victims are men, representing 78% of the events that generally take place in the early morning hours. The Metropolitan Police and the Attorney General's Office are also carrying out a line of investigation to determine the participation of these women in thefts from residences. Finally, the police and the District Security Secretariat revealed the poster of the most wanted for multiple crimes in Bogota, among them the crime of extortion. In total, there were 13 criminals who were revealed in this poster. The Attorney General's Office indicated that 13 people have a current arrest warrant. The most wanted posters in Bogota occur in the midst of a wave of insecurity that is affecting the country's capital, especially due to the increase of thefts from commercial establishments such as restaurants and others. Okay, so let's end on a lighter note, or let's try to end on a lighter note. 5 curious places to travel in Colombia that are becoming a trend. How much does it cost to visit them? Traveling to Colombia offers more than just the typical tourist spots. Emerging destinations like Uribe in Meta, Debuya in La Guajira, Huanchaco in Buenaventura, Puerto Nariño in Amazonas, and the Gulf of Morisquillo offer unique cultural experiences and breathtaking landscapes. These destinations showcase as the Colombian Association of Travel and Tourism Agencies' recent event promise immersive experiences in local communities and adventurous outings. In Uribe, visitors can explore waterfalls and canyons, enjoying community tourism and interacting with indigenous communities. Packages for a 2-day trip start at 630 mil pesos. Meanwhile, Debuya offers a glimpse into indigenous and Afro-descent cultures, with fishing trips and gastronomic routes. A 2-day stay costs around 1 million pesos. In Huachaco, travelers can witness nature's wonders and taste 31 ancestral drinks with packages starting at 484 mil pesos. Lopez being Colombia's first sustainable tourist destination, offering encounters with indigenous communities and tours of Lake Trapato, with a 3-day trip costing approximately 950 mil pesos. Lastly, the Gulf of Morisquillo, known for its gastronomy and hospitality, provides beach lovers with opportunities to explore islands and marine parks with a 3-day package priced at 920 mil pesos. These are off-the-beaten-path destinations, and they promise unforgettable experiences for adventurous travelers. Now, before I jump out of here, let me hold you just for one quick second. This channel, if the title of the video or the thumbnail says breaking news or news updates, that's what it means. It's news. Sometimes the news is not pretty. So for those who say, oh, it's a no-go now, it's just too dangerous down there, I want you to know, per capita, per number of people who are going down, it's not that bad. You're just watching the news. I mean, if you didn't watch my channel, would you think that? I mean, are there any other channels that just show you the news from there for tourists, or from a tourist point of view, or from an expat point of view? Would you think it was that bad? So I just want to put this out there. It's not as bad as you think it is. You're watching the news. Again, if you live in any major city in this country, and even probably not even the major country, but if you watch the news tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the first 10 minutes or the first 5 minutes, it's not going to be pretty. It's just not. If I watch my news here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., it's not going to be pretty. I kind of know what I'm going to see ahead of time. You're watching the news when you watch this channel, so don't think that it's all that bad. I mean, I'm focusing on the news, and the news, really, the news that I'm focusing on has to do with tourists or visitors or short-time visitors or long-time visitors, or those who just want to go down as a basic tourist, or expats who live there and want to see the news in English without having to go through the translation on their own. That's why I do this and why I continue on. I want you guys to go enjoy it, but enjoy it in a safe manner. But to do that, I have to read stories that have to do with sometimes getting scoped or getting robbed. I mean, it is what it is. It's the news. So just keep in mind, they have what 1.7 million people come to the country last year, and a great deal of them are going to Medellin, and almost 90% of those that are going to Medellin are going to Poblado, and probably 100% of them are going to Cartagena. Okay, so you got all these hundreds of thousands of people going to one neighborhood. Let me ask you this. If a mall had nothing but banks in it and the mall kept getting robbed, would you say, man, that mall is dangerous? Nope, the mall has all banks. Well, guess what? You're walking ATM machines. So they think you guys have money, whether you have it or not. This is why you shouldn't wear jewelry. They already think you have money because you're a visitor. You know, they know you have more money than them because they don't have any. Remember, they shut down this country for 2 years. They closed the country for 2 years. So it was a hardship on them. So there's desperation. They have to feed their kids. I mean, come on. You had to feed your kids. What would you do? So keep those things in mind. But I'm not here to say it's not dangerous. It is. But I want you to know it can all be, I would say, mostly be mitigated. You know, you don't hear any of these stories about girls getting got. Why is that? Girls still go down there. Girls live there. There's expats who live there. They're female. There's single female that walk around the city with no problem. Why the guys having the issues? Because it's single guys that are marked. Again, couples don't have issues. Single girls don't have issues. Families don't have issues for the most part. You know, nothing is 100. No one thing is all one way. So keep that in mind. But, I mean, for the most part, it's the single guys who are the tourists who are taking the bait. You're in one little pool in Poblado and Parquilleres. And yeah, it's a big park and a big area, but look how many people are there going Friday, Saturday night. Just know it. Okay, anyway, I just want to put that out at the end because I always see the comments. It's frustrating to see those comments. And for the gentleman who said they deserve what they got for the Hispanic tourists that were drugged, don't think that way. Please don't think that way. Okay, and like I put in the pinned comment, like I replied, I had to address that. You wouldn't want it to be you, would you? And I took a screenshot of your post and my reply because I want to remember your name if it pops up in a future story. I mean, you saying that it's never going to happen to you, don't you know everybody who gets got has made that statement? So just keep that in mind. Don't wish that on anybody. Don't wish that anybody gets drugged because they may not wake up. And it may be you, and it may be somebody you know. So, I mean, guys, come on. Can't y'all care about each other? We're all travelers. Anyway, I said what I said, and I meant it. You guys have a good day. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know that you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.